The open-end torque wrench was sent to me at no charge for the purpose of this review, and this is going to be used mainly on HVAC, heating and air conditioning lines. So everything about this is metric. Your head opens up to 30 millimeters, which is going to be 1.25 inches. So you're going to have to do your conversion yourself. And when you are setting your torque for your nuts and your flare nuts on your HVAC unit, these are going to be in Newton meters. And so you're going to also have to convert your Newton meters over to foot pounds. So it would be real easy to grab a wrench, release the lock, and then set your torque to however many foot pounds that you need. However, this is a micro Newton meter, and so it goes in small increments. And I wanted to show this to you. If you get up real close, you can see you've got your Newton meter, and the Newton meter goes up to 25 Newton meters. And the way that we're going to make those changes is with this little locking lever right here. So when you pull that down, you can open up and you can loosen your Newton meters or have less foot pounds. The more you tighten it, the more Newton meters or foot pounds you're going to get. Now you got all these little numbers down here on the bottom side as well that go from 0 to 0.25 all the way up to 2.25. Now those are also adding Newton meters to the main number. So you got your major number and then you got your micro number. So this would be a micro Newton meter torque wrench. So when you make that adjustment, you're going to set your foot pounds at somewhere. We're going to go with 15. We're going to go with 15 Newton meters. And if I needed 16 Newton meters, well then I'm just going to make that change here, and I'm going to change that to a 1. So now I got 16 Newton meters. If I turn that up, I've got 17 Newton meters. When I get it to where I need it to be, then I'm going to lock that into place and it's not going to go anywhere. Again, you're going to have to convert your Newton meters over to foot pounds. Then once you get it to where it needs to be, you're going to set on that nut or that flare nut. Your head is going to click. You see that click? You don't have to put a lot of torque on it. You don't have to put a lot of, you don't really have to wrench on it. It's just going to click. And when it clicks, you've reached your foot pounds or the Newton meters that are required for the tightening of that particular nut. Now, let me show you one more thing here, or 24.5 Newton meters here. And we're going to lock that. And now we're going to come over here. Now, this is going to be a lot more pressure right here because I got more Newton meters. So, you see that? Again, it's not a whole lot of torque, but that's as tight as you want to get your flare nut or the nut on your HVAC unit. They do give you an Allen wrench, and that Allen wrench is going to go right in that hole, and you can pop that off, and you can replace that head with a ratchet head or any other head. Okay, so this is one of those nuts that's going to need to be torqued. This is called a compression nut. You might also call it a flare nut because it's connecting two lines together. So you're going to take your tool and you're going to set your Newton meters to the factory specs of this nut, and then you're going to adjust the head of it, and then you're going to crank on it until it clicks right here. And right there, you can see my handle raises, but my head does not move. I'm torqued to the factory specs, and I just want to leave it at that. You're going to use this on your entire HVAC system, your outdoor units, some other lines on your motor vehicle, and this is going to come in super handy. Again, you can change this to a ratchet head, but just remember that everything is metric here, so you're going to have to convert it over to imperial if you're using American standards rather than the metric standards.